great to see the diversity of this event and the fact that Dallas has such a great Dream Act past and a great Dream Act future. And I would hope that all of Texas has a great future, not only with 1403 and the things that we passed, but with the Dream Act as a whole. I'd like to thank in general all of our allies, supporters, the entire Texas Dream Act Coalition, and of course, my fellow dreamers for coming here today. I was born in Nigeria, and I came to the United States when I was 6 years old. All throughout my childhood, I was fed the message that with good grades and hard work, I'd be successful in the U.S., and I would be able to get into, and not to mention afford, the best university this country has to offer. I believed in those promises, and I worked hard, but when it came time for me to reap my reward, I found that there was none. My senior year in high school, I found out that I was undocumented. And the summer after I graduated in the top 1% of my high school class, my family and I were put in removal proceedings. I had to downgrade my expectations as the options available to me became very limited. For me, the pursuit of higher education has always been a given, and so I attempted to adjust to the new situation in which I found myself. I graduated from high school in May 2006 at the age of 17, with a plethora of opportunities supposedly laid at my feet. In June 2006, we were put in removal proceedings and the door of opportunity slammed firmly shut. Court to me represents the place where our fate will be decided, the place that will determine the path my life will take, the place where you are reduced to a number before any mention of your name. Your identity as a human is permitted. Those in positions of authority see it simply as enforcing policies, but what they fail to understand is that their decisions change lives, and they're blinded to the injustice that inevitably results. It's miraculous and disheartening that this fall marks our 4th year in court. Imagine spending 4 years of your life on trial, having your milestones not marked by celebrations, but by court dates, holding your breath for years, wishing and hoping that something positive will happen, only to be faced with constant disappointment. This past May, after our latest court date, I finally decided that enough was enough. My family has simply been through too much to give up now. We've worked too hard, we've come too far, and we've sacrificed too much, and we're still here. Our reality is simple, and that is that leaving is just not an option. I fear for my future, or rather my lack of a future. We today absolutely have no idea how things will go from here, but I know that instead of bowing down to uncertainty, we must face it head-on from this point forward, and that is why we're here today. As Eleanor Roosevelt said, you must do the thing you think you cannot do. To my fellow dreamers, remember that you are assets to this country, and valuable ones at that. There's a unique nature to this graduation ceremony. Instead of celebrating entrance into the workforce and the beginning of individual adult life, we're here to celebrate and congratulate all who have made it thus far, who have beat the immense odds stacked against them. Students like Walter Lara from Florida, Benita Belize from Texas, Kurt DeLucio, who you heard from at the beginning, from Michigan. How is it that the country as a whole is unwilling to accept the value that these students have to give? Continuing to attend school when obstacles are ever present, having to sacrifice relationships, having the strength and the courage to persevere in the face of momentous obstacles, these are impressive feats that indeed should be celebrated. The situation we find ourselves in makes it so much harder to get up and face the world every day. But the more struggles we face, the more worth fighting for that they must be. We can lead protective lives, hiding away from reality and immigration authorities. Or we can take on the things that scare us the most. I ask you today to make the choice to fight. So where do we go from today? We have the resources and power to change these uncertain times to a clearer and more stable future, but it will be no small feat. We must ensure that every member of Congress has heard the story of a student from their constituency, as there are students affected in every single state. We must inform our communities of the injustice affecting their youth. We must continue to work together to build a united front and build momentum for the future, a future in which we are no longer held down by the chains that bind us. We must be the authors of our own destiny. One day, dreamers nationwide will be able to happily participate in their own true graduations. We are tired of our voices being silenced. Look back and remember this day as the day you say to yourself, in the words of Margaret Cho, I have chosen to stay and fight we will until the day our dreams are realized. Thank you.
work that she's done, assisting me with several projects, and the person I normally always go to, Grayson from College State.
Howdy, my name is Grayson Martinez. I'm a political science major at Texas A&M University. I'm a product of the Dallas Independent School District and part of the vision of Luis and Nelia Martinez, my parents. They came to this country in 1988 with a vision of giving me and my 3 younger sisters a better life. The Dream Act stands as a way for their vision to be fulfilled. And I'm grateful for all of you, my brothers and sisters and fellow activists, for all the work that you're doing, for all the adults that are supporting us. Thank you for everything. And si podemos, es hora. Thank you.
Through your work, you have earned your Dream Act degree. The next person I'm going to introduce is a great speaker, a person who I really enjoy reading his work, and Giovanni from Dallas.
Buenas tardes. This poem was inspired by a young fellow I met 10 years ago while I was crossing the Arizona desert on my way to the United States from Monterrey. His name was Jesus Ramos. And Jesus Ramos had with him a few belongings. With him, he had a book called Don Quixote de la Mancha, which I'm sure all of you are familiar with. And he taught me that the main theme of the book was La gente muere cuando dejamos de soñar. Please never stop dreaming. This poem was written in Spanish in his honor. It's called Horizonte. He visto desde mi ventana pasar al tiempo sin aviso, pisando la niñez que quedó olvidada en la esperanza de despertar del sueño prometido que tenía. He visto venir a mí desde una oscura lejanía las voces del pasado ignorado decir las cosas que yo grito en silencio. Mi idioma que ha sido callado, mi llanto que no ha sido escuchado. He visto a mi gente seguir el camino alumbrado por la estrella del mejor porvenir, dejando en su paso la poesía escrita con sangre, recitada con llanto, y la ilusión de un pueblo sediento bautizarse en aguas fundadas por la muerte. Lo he visto todo. Esta noche estrellada es testigo que mi vida pasa y yo aún no he sido visto. Mi desvelo se extiende por este suelo que vio nacer mis anhelos. Tras el horizonte se impone el vuelo del águila libre y bajo mis pies cansados el amor a esta tierra y en mi sueño el despertar de mi futuro en espera. Thank you.
He has got his Dream Act degree, and we're going to take a quick picture to pay respects to all the Dream students and all the student advocates. Thank you. I want to really take the time to give an extra thanks to all those who spoke, the leaders that are our elected officials, our district boards, our organizations. Through your work, we know that our voice is not alone. We know that we don't stand alone. So whenever we speak to our congressmen, they will understand that it's not just the students, it is a community that's behind them. They will understand that by denying them the opportunity, they're denying the opportunity to the community. For far too long, we have been having to confine our talents, confine our ability, because just as much as we can tighten a wrench to fix a car, we can soon tighten a microscope to fix a body. Just as well as we can smash a hammer to build a home, we can smack a gavel to keep order in a courtroom. So let it be known that it's been too long that this dream has been denied. For too many students, we have waited too long. Whenever we waited 1 year, it was depressing. Whenever we waited 2 years, it was frustrating. 5 years, the hope was not even there so much. It has been 8 years. 8 years is humiliating. We cannot wait another year. And we'll understand that we will not wait another year because of the actions that we're going to speak and the actions that we're going to take today. Let the words that we speak carry on to tomorrow. Don't allow the fire that we have today to dwindle tomorrow. The Senate and the Congress will have another choice than to listen to us, because they'll understand that regardless of the status or legal or the fact that we don't appear in the archives, doesn't mean that we cannot make history here in the United States. So thank you. We're gonna make a difference, because we have waited way too long. We're going to make a difference because denying the opportunity to one student is one student too many. So thank you. And before I leave, make sure that we understand this event was in honor of our students. And this event was dedicated to these congressmen who have not yet co-sponsored the DREAM Act. This event is to show them that we're united and that we know who they are. And if they are really representatives, they need to represent us. Thank you. We'd like to thank our sponsors. And actually, we took a time to take pictures with our leadership, but in reality, if we don't appreciate every single leader, that picture is not complete. So I'm thinking, let's go ahead and get everybody on stage. So whenever we show the congressman, not only are we going to show the congressman, the elected body, but every single body that stands with us today. So come on stage and we'll take a picture.
Coca-Cola